Shalom Israel. This is Jalen, and I have a message. I was What made me tell this is that I seen other Israelites have dreams about the end times, and when I had mine, at first I didn't tell anyone except the one person that I knew personally, and I felt like he should know because he was in this dream. And then I grew to tell other people who's in the truth, other Israelites, and after seeing hers, I figured this information should be out there. We should all share what we know. We all have a piece of the puzzle. So here's a dream. I was at a party and it was nighttime. The setting was like a construction area. It had a bunch of materials, metal, big, round, concrete circles, and one shipping container, like those rectangle metal ones. And so the first people I approached was the people that I was involved with before I was in the truth, maybe like 3 years ago, long before I was in the truth. And they're like skaters, drug dealers, things like that, right? So I seen the first one that I seen, mind you, 90% of the people in this dream I knew personally. The first one, he was in a truck that he stole from a neighbor of mine that I knew by basically my whole life. And he was with this girl, and she seemed lifeless like a doll. And then he offered me a blunt to smoke. And I said, no, man, like it's a sin. I can say it's a sin, but Israelites know. So I was like, nah, it's a sin. And he offered me a drink. No, he offered me a drink, and I said no. And then I go to the side to his buddies, and then they offer me a blunt, and I say no. And then they start blowing like smoke at me. Like it wasn't like blowing smoke, but it turned into like smoke projectiles, and it was hitting me. Like they were rebuking me, I guess. So I just left to another side of the party. And this was later on, after I ditched those friends in life, I met these friends, and the second people I met at the party are these friends, and so on it goes. So they're like intellectuals, and this is when I got into exposing, the system. I started off with the music industry, like a lot of us, and so they were sitting on these flight of stairs. Maybe it was like maybe 5 flights of stairs off the ground. It seemed like there was a lot, but it wasn't high. If by a lot I mean like 10, so maybe there were shorter steps, and some of them were sitting, some of them were standing, just talking, discussing. You know, straight edge, no drink, no smoke, and they didn't really seem to acknowledge me. Like I was just a ghost there, and quite frankly, like I didn't even want to be there either. So I just left. Like I spent the least time with them, and I left. And I seen Israel. It was two black kids, and they were throwing cardboard boxes at each other. And there was one sitting down on his phone or just watching. But there was a girl, a guy, and two guys, and they were like playing around, laughing. They were in joy. They were throwing cardboard boxes at each other, and with such vigor. But I didn't want any part of it. I'm like, you guys are playing, man. Like you guys are children. So I left on, and I see my one friend that towards the end of my senior year, I knew him. And actually, this is the only guy from my high school that I really talk to this day. And he's in the truth. He knows he reads the Bible. Both of us are educated in that subject. But anyway, he's sitting down. I think I say what's up or hi or whatever. And he's sitting down in these flight of stairs, only two, but they're quite large, and it's two off the ground. So I sit down next to him, and I just turn to my right, and I look in the sky, and then I see like these four balls moving around in the sky gracefully, and there were actually clusters of stars, and within the cluster was like maybe 4 to 6 stars. So they were all moving gracefully, these four clusters, and then they formed a pattern. And I can remember this pattern too. They formed it in the sky, they stopped. And then they started glowing, from like yellow orangish and a little more getting red. And then they were moving gracefully and they just stopped and they started glowing, and I can tell, man, my pupils were dilating and stuff. And then you know when you light fire with you know when you spray some cologne or rubbing alcohol and you light it on fire and it goes quick like that. That's how the fire, the whole sky, the whole firmament, the dome, it just went on fire like and I could just, it was traveling so fast but I could track it. I seen it with my eyes. It traveled. And then another layer of fire came out and it was even more intense and the fire grew even like hotter and redder. And then I seen this demon face like made out of fire in the sky, and it looked like it was laughing or I don't know, but it had his mouth open. And then I grabbed my friend's wrist for like a second and I let go because it's vanity. And I looked down and I prayed to Yah and I'm like, please Yah, forgive me. Um, I'm sorry and please save me. Just please save me. And I kept saying, please save me. And then I just woke up. And mind you, this fire, I didn't feel any kind of heat, but I knew like the world was gonna go through turmoil, man. I knew it was just a matter of seconds. Everything was just second place, you know. And I knew what this dream was. It was a message to me because it was idolatry. Because I would talk to the Lord. I would talk to Yah like every night, every day, all day. Pray to Him formally on my face like Abraham did, or just talk to Him. And I just out of nowhere I got this addiction on my phone to be on social media all the time. And it took away a lot of my time from Yah, and I would just ignore him basically. And I have like thoughts inside of me just telling me like, oh, you should pray, you should pray. Maybe you should do this, pray before you even do this or do that. But I'll just ignore it and do what I do. And I just had a bad feeling that day and I was depressed for like 2 days and whatever. And then I had that dream and I knew it was a warning to stop the idolatry. Or you gonna, but I'm also telling Israel this because the person that inspired me to tell is their dream was similar to mine's in the way that they too were at a party and they too saw an anomaly in the sky, but and they too were with just one friend, but theirs was more like a FEMA situation, FEMA camps, but still more spiritualness in there. And another reason I'm telling Israel is that to give me, excuse me, give me your interpretation on this dream. If you have any similar dreams, feel free to share in the comment. We all have pieces of the puzzle. Um, May the Most High be with you, and may you be with Him, because He never leaves us. It's us that leaves Him, and then I guess He leaves, but And Shalom, Israel. Well, sorry for this. All these hand symbols and stuff we've been raised into.